Guys, welcome to another video. So today something a little bit different. I keep getting asked quite a lot about how often do a shoot archery, where a shoot, what kit you need and things like that. So today you guys are going to join me while I'm at our field archery course, and I will take you through my bow setup, a couple of shots and things like that. So hopefully should be a different video for you guys, but one that is quite enjoyable to watch. So we will see how far things go. Right guys, so I will take you through the bow that I'm using, the setup that I've got. I did do this about a year ago now, but it was just on an Instagram TV reel. So for you guys on YouTube, this is a more in-depth look on a much better camera as well. So I'm shooting the Hoyt 2020 Invicta compound bow. This is at a 60-pound draw weight, and it's a 40 to 40 inch axle, which makes this a super stable bow. The sight that I've got is a true ball axial on here. It's carbon fibre compound sight, super accurate. Now it is expensive, so the sight is just this bit here, just this piece. Okay, super expensive, but there's no point having a really good bow and a rubbish sight on there. The final bit that makes up the sight is the scope, which is this one here. So that is the Ultra View. Again, that's the 2020 Ultra View scope. You have to get these imported from the States. Now they've just released their new version, which is much better. What you can do on this one though, you can have different, so in here you can have different pin setups, so you can just take this cylinder out and swap them around for another one. Then I've just got some Fusion FX stabilizing bars, or rods on the front and the rear. So that is the bow itself. Just tuck that out of the way. So the bow. Then you need a release aid. So I'm using a True Fire thumb release. Okay, this has been excellent, really positive engagement, nice snappy release, makes for a good follow through. So the True Fire release aid has been amazing. Arrow setup. So there's two different arrows here, but they're all the same arrow effectively. So I'm using the Eastern FMJ arrows. Okay, one that's got a spine wrap and one that doesn't, but the arrow is the same. Now these are an aluminium shaft with a carbon fibre inner. Now they're a little bit heavy, but for my bow they work great. They're really sturdy. They're designed for hunting, so obviously, you know, they'll go through bone and things like that. So for field archery, if you're going to clip a target or hit a tree or something, most of the time these will be fine. Then the quiver that I'm using is the Kifaru field quiver, with a couple of different pouches on there, one for release aid, and then this one has got a rangefinder in there. Don't always need it, but handy to have. And then it just has a pocket on the side as well for keeping like my ID and scorecards and things like that in there. So that is the setup for the Hoyt Invicta 2020, and I'll now do a little bit of shooting for you guys and we'll fill out a video, see what happens. So I'm super fortunate that the club that I'm a member of, we have access 24/7, 365 to an indoor range, a field for target archery, and then this woodland which has got loads of different targets set up in it, all at varying distances. In the UK, I got into doing this sort of thing because that's what I wanted to do more of. I wanted to do more stuff, sort of shooting in the woods, doing 3D archery and that sort of thing. Obviously you can't hunt in the UK with a bow. And the majority of the courses in the UK, from what I could see originally, were set up with just fields or indoor ranges, and that's great for winter time and zeroing your bow. But for me, you know, the real enjoyment is getting out in the woods with the bow and shooting some field archery. obviously one of the biggest questions I get asked is how to get into archery. How I did it, I just sort of looked at my local archery clubs online and found the one closest to me. Now, like I said, I'm really lucky where I am that I've got access to an indoor range, an outdoor field, and then obviously the woodland that we can shoot in. Not every club's going to have those facilities, but they'll definitely have one of those three. You'll then have to do some sort of course. If you've never done it before, highly recommend it anyway, because there's a lot to learn. And to be honest, it's one of those things that you'll do a bit of a beginner course, but you really sort of learn more how to use your bow and how to shoot archery and how to get better by doing it. So be prepared to put the time and the effort and the hours in. It doesn't have to be a super expensive hobby. You can get a full beginner kit for around about £500 if you're going to shoot recurve. I think compound, my first compound bow, everything, arrows and everything like that, worked out at about £800. They then go up to infinity amounts of money. You know, my current setup was very expensive, but you get what you pay for. So I know now that my bow is going to last me a long time. I'm not going to sort of outshoot my bow. It's going to sort of grow with me over time, and definitely worth putting that money in. But like I said, do the beginner course and then be prepared to put in a lot of time and effort. You've got to be really sort of disciplined and sort of approach the sport with a clear head as well, because every time I've come here and I've had a lot on my mind, not only has it been great to sort of clear your head, but you have to be able to sort of switch off, because if you're trying to, you know, be good at archery and there's a lot to think about in your draw cycle and you have to be identical every time, so if you're really stressed and you know you've got a lot going on, you're not gonna do too well really with it. So have a look online, find your local club, spend a little bit of money at first, decide whether you like it, learn how to sort of switch your head off a little bit, and then be prepared to put in the time, effort and hours, and guarantee that you'll find a hobby that you do love. So hopefully you found today's video informative. I'd really appreciate if you guys could hit the like, subscribe and the notification buttons on YouTube just to help the channel grow a little bit more. Obviously, you know, more information on this can be found on my Instagram at Valenique Mountain High, and there'll be stuff up on the Patreon page as well for you guys. So please feel free to check it out, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, guys.